Ranked number 1 by the WBA, number 2 by the WBC. His record you can see there. The man that's caused him more grief in the right-hand column is a fellow named Bernard Peterson. A loss and a draw against him. His opponent this afternoon is a 20-year-old out of Detroit, Milt McCrory, ranked number 2 by the WBA, number 3 by the WBC. And his professional record reflected there, 18 consecutive wins. He won 16 of those by knockouts, his first 16 fights. And he is a very lethal puncher at 6'1". So he's got about a 3+ height advantage over Stafford. They both weighed at 146. Stafford is the oldest of the two. The advantage, obviously, in reach will go to McCrory by 3 inches. So it's 3+ in height and 3 exactly in reach. And we're ready for this 10-rounder between Roger Stafford and Milt McCrory. The referee is Bob Ferrara. The judges are Joe Garcia, Bob Cox, and Mike Munoz. 10-point must scoring. 3 judges score. The referee does not. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. Mandatory 8 count and no saving by the bell. Milt McCrory at 6'1". Reach, that means leverage factor in his favor. That means that Roger Stafford at 5'8.5" will have to do much of his work inside this afternoon. He is clever. He knows how to cut off the ring. He knows how to use an inside attack. 7 years the senior of McCrory, and he is stung by a McCrory left hand. Milt looking a little ungainly there. You see him frustrating himself. Quite emotional in his appearance as he remonstrated with himself and losing control there for just a moment. His first 16 fights all knockout. It was Pete Ranzani that broke that string, forced him to go 10 rounds, and McCrory was dominant. Stafford, on the other hand, is quality. Roger had a fine amateur career. He's had a fine professional career. Pepino Cuevas had him in trouble, but he righted things and went on to dominate that fight. He has a particularly good left hook. He can stun you with it. The winner of this bout would seemingly be the man that if Sugar Ray Leonard comes back to the welterweight division after his detached retina is solved, the winner of this fight would be the man probably that Sugar Ray would face as a prime challenger. Or if Sugar Ray decides not to come back, then the winner of this fight will surely have a leg up in whatever tournament that might be called. There are a lot of youngsters in this particular division. One of them, Donald Curry, very, very impressive. Of course, Cuevas is still very much in evidence as well, ranked number 1 by the WBC. We've just gone inside 1 minute to go in round number 1. And already it's become obvious the kind of a pattern we think this fight will take. Good right hand by McCrory. Coming over the top with it, and he landed it on the side of the face of Stafford. But it's the reach of McCrory against the wisdom of Stafford. Both men have the ability to stun the opponent. Milt again shoves that long, tough left into the face of Stafford as we hit 10 seconds to go in round number 1. Good left hand by Stafford there into the face of McCrory, and it was a good first round. Round number 2. And Stafford comes out with a right-hand lead. Doesn't work. Saw the quick left hand by Stafford. It didn't do anything, but he showed it. Good stiff left hand by Milt McCrory. Milt, younger brother Steve McCrory, just won the North American Championships at 112 pounds. There's the right hand by Stafford. Coming over the top with it, he goes back to the body. So Roger Stafford here in round 2, a little more accurate and a little more active. He's now forcing McCrory to give away some ring. It's a big ring. It's 20 by 20 inside. Donald Curry today taking a unanimous decision over Adolfo Viruet. So the young man we mentioned, Donald Curry, continues to roll along undefeated in the welterweight division. One of the things that Milt McCrory will have to watch this afternoon, and his manager, certainly Emanuel Stewart's going to be watching it, is don't get out of control. He got out of control a little bit in that first round. Though he did pace himself so very well against Ranzani. It's pretty hard, I would think, for a 20-year-old who's rolling along on top of the world not to get a little excited when he comes into the biggest moment in his professional career. Now, Stafford trying to get inside, a little out of control there himself. But it's hard not to remember the poise of Stafford when he was in trouble against Pepino Cuevas, and that's a pretty good right hand there by McCrory. Caught Stafford on the chin as he tried to move in. Another right hand by McCrory. But Stafford was in serious trouble against Pepino Cuevas in the fourth round. He took a bombing from Cuevas' left hook, but shook it off and went on to win the fight decisively. Inside a half minute to go now in round number 2. Neither man has been terribly economical so far in the fight. They've both been very active. Scheduled for 10, welterweights. On the left, Milt McCrory. On the right, Roger Stafford. Stafford, the number 1 contender on the WBA chart. Number 2, WBC, McCrory, 2 and 3. Same people. In the corner today for Stafford, Jimmy Montoya, out of Los Angeles, William Stafford, and Pancho Lopez. The right hand by Milt McCrory, he loaded it up, but he didn't quite get it flush. Both men losing their balance and tumbling back into the ropes. 4 strands. A little different type of substance than you normally see. Both camps agreed to it. In the corner for Milt McCrory, Emanuel Stewart, his manager and trainer. Walter Smith and Prentice Bird. The referee is Bobby Ferrara. He's had 3 title fights. He is out of Tucson, Arizona. Good hard shot to the body by Stafford. He winged it. Quick left hand to the face of Stafford by McCrory. Stafford is quick and he is resourceful. Over the top came McCrory's right hand. Again, not quite on target. And we'd like to alert our local stations along the way. At the end of this round, we will take a station break. There's that quick right hand by McCrory, and it's lethal. Again by McCrory. McCrory's hands low. Not unusual for Emanuel Stewart fighters. A lot of them do it. Thomas Hearn. 20 seconds to go in round 3. We'll be back with more of this welterweight fight from Phoenix after this word from our local station.
Channel 24, Austin.
Round 4, scheduled for 10. They get a little tangled up, lose their temper a little bit. Not the place to lose your temper. Too much at stake. Stafford missed with the right hand. He had it loaded. Didn't quite get him. This is one of those things where McCrory, the taller man, the Ranger man, oftentimes can look better than the shorter man. Shorter man is put in a position where he's got the crowd at the mall a little bit. It's not going to be as pretty in this kind of a matchup as the taller Ranger fellow, but he can be very effective.
Okay, let's break. Hold.
McCrory, a little quicker that time, getting off first, but then Stafford does tag him with a good straight left hand to the face. Neither man has really been hurt. Both have landed some good punches, but no one has really backed up from one as yet. There's one thing that is lacking so far in the fight. I would say it would be accuracy by both men. The punches are just a little off. Part of that is the defensive ability. Good right hand by McCrory, flush on the jaw of Stafford. He didn't flinch. Half a minute to go, round 4. Good right hand by McCrory, and that one rattled Stafford some. Big crowd here at the Civic Arena in Phoenix. Good feet by McCrory. Fair on the left, that is Thomas Hearn. On the right, Jenks Morton, advisor to Sugar Ray Leonard as much as anybody. Part of Sugar Ray Leonard's career. McCrory telling some in that 4th round on Stafford. Good left there by Roger. Got to be a little closer to McCrory. He's letting him stay too far out at long range. Got to crowd him a little more.
Hold it. Let go. I got it.
Of course, it's easier said than done. It's draw it out on paper, but get in there with him, and isn't the thing easy about it. Quick combination, left and a hard right over the top by McCrory. That combination picked off by Stafford. Stafford, good shot to the body. Winging a left hook in there. Another right hand sneaks in by McCrory. Left hook by Stafford was high on the side of the head. I don't think it had too much in it. The right hand of McCrory has become the rapier. It's the blade right now for him. hooking left. It's the right that has done the stinging. Right hand by McCrory. Great one that time. 10 seconds to go in the 5th round. McCrory gaining confidence, no question about it. Good right hand by McCrory. Round 6, scheduled for 10. Welterweights. Milt McCrory on the left, Roger Stafford on the right. They're sitting right up on top of the rankings. WBC, WBA. Winner of this fight, sure going to be in a pretty fancy position, whether Sugar Ray Leonard returns as a welterweight or not. There's a good left hand by McCrory, but it's been the right that's been his big punch so far in this fight, though during that string of knockouts that he had, it was the left hook that seemingly was the big weapon. Stafford steps on his toe, and Milt almost fell down, but he got away. And as the fight has gone on, it is now clear that we are not going to be able to bring you the World Show Jumping Championship today, but we will bring it to you at a later time. Just simply did not have enough time today. What with the attention and the interest of the world and World Cup Soccer Championships. And an outstanding matchup here in Phoenix, Arizona this afternoon between two fine young welterweights. Stafford looked a bit weary in the 5th round. He doesn't seem to have a lot of pop here in the 6th round. He has shown through his career, though, of 22 professional fights, to have the faculty for finishing strong. But right now, McCrory is picking him at long range. Inside. McCrory first, and then Stafford with a good left. But I thought the better of the exchange might have gone to McCrory. Oftentimes at this particular weight of 147 pounds, and more today, you're finding 6-footers, 6'1", sometimes 6'2". Oh, they're tough. Be some swelling around the left eye of Stafford. I don't know if it's fatigue that's causing Roger to sit on the ropes there, or whether or not he's trying to bring McCrory to him. Inside 10 seconds we go in round 6. Stafford missing with an overhand right. Round is over. Round 7. I thought Roger Stafford was a bit flat in rounds 5 and 6. Now as we go to 7.
We got it.
Let's see if Stafford can get something going.
His back of his neck.
That's the referee, Bobby Ferrara. Out of Tucson. Done a good job so far. Stafford moving laterally a little more. Pretty good left there. A good right hand to the side of the head, though. Countered by McCrory. Donald Curry today, with a decisive win over Adolfo Viruet, now moves on to his next bout against Pepino Cuevas, September 4. You'll see it on ABC's Wide World of Sports. It'll come out of San Antonio. That's where it's scheduled for. And it should be a dandy. Comparable to the one we're watching here in Phoenix, Arizona this afternoon. Cuevas is number 1 ranked by the WBC. Donald Curry is right behind these two. And now Milt McCrory with a rapid double combination comes over the top with a right hand. And that seemed to shake Roger Stafford some. here in round 7. McCrory is very busy, the busier of the two over the last 3 rounds, the more accurate of the two over the last 3 rounds. Combination again by McCrory. Stafford at 5'8.5", McCrory 6'1". Right now, Stafford can't do a thing with McCrory. He can't reach him. The tempo, the pace of the fight now being controlled by Milt McCrory. Slight swelling outside the left eye of Stafford. This is the 8th round scheduled for 10. 20-year-old Milt McCrory, seemingly, at least to my eye, took control of the fight about the 4th round, the middle of the 4th. And he's pretty well controlled the pace of it, using his superior reach of 3 inches, his height of almost 4. Roger Stafford bleeding some, looks like he might have a cut lip. A little bit of puffiness and a hard right hand by McCrory. That's been his biggest weapon so far, bringing that short right. Only one time in the fight has McCrory really let himself get out of control, and that was during a very anxious and tentative first round. Since then, he's been very much under control. Roger Stafford sort of been fighting uphill all afternoon. McCrory, for his age of 20, seems to have all the tools. He's very effective with his feet. Has used his feet to carry away and diminish the left hook of Stafford on 3 or 4 occasions. Now I think Roger may be showing a bit of the frustration of the whole thing as he looked at the referee, Bobby Ferrara. In the 8th round, it appears to me now that McCrory is leaning over. He's crouching down a little more. That would be to an advantage of Stafford. But he certainly hasn't taken any, whittled off any of the reach in McCrory's long, strong arms. Tom Ruth is here watching this afternoon at ringside. Roger Stafford just simply can't find him with 10 seconds to go in the 8th round. Seems some expression of concern in McCrory's corner over his right hand. Stafford coming out here in round 9, trying to up the pace. But he has really had trouble with that 3-inch disadvantage in reach. The foot speed of McCrory makes it doubly difficult. Rogers cuts off the ring, steps inside, whistles a hook, and McCrory picked it off. McCrory has not thrown the right hand in this round as yet. There seems some concern over it in the corner between rounds. He has not thrown it in this round. Yet that's been his most effective punch of the fight. Right now, he is using his feet. I don't think there's any question he's got to be well ahead on all the cards. He has not thrown a right hand, and we're halfway through. Edwin Rosario, one of the brilliant young fighters, just broke a hand the other day. Apparently it happens a lot. Stafford forcing it, pressing it here in round 9. Milt has been on his bicycle the whole round, jabbing occasionally, but nothing from the right. Stafford is pursuing, but so far it is ineffectual pursuit.
Come on.
Got one right hand in this 9th round. There's a right and a left by Stafford. Maybe the two best punches of the fight by Rogers. McCrory has gone through this entire round and did not throw a single right hand. So apparently the concern over the right is born out of the fact that he may have hurt it. There's Ruth McCrory, whose sons, Milt, had a distinguished amateur career. His brother Stevie just won the North American Championship. We're going to round 10 now, and we're still watching in the corner of Emanuel Stewart talks with Milt McCrory. He doesn't seem particularly weary.
10 seconds.
And obviously he is trying not to indicate something being wrong with the right hand, but it is unusual that he would not throw it one single time in the 9th round after that had been his prime weapon. Roger Stafford here in round number 10 comes out storming after him. Milt ran the 9th, and looks like he's going to run the 10th. Apparently confident he has the fight in hand. I would think he does, unless Stafford really nails him here in round 10. Still no right from McCrory. I'm sure Emanuel Stewart had in his mind when he agreed to this fight for McCrory remembering what happened to another one of his undefeated young Chargers, Jackie Beard, who was defeated by the tough Jose Cava in Miami Beach earlier this year. Things look a little better right now for Milt McCrory. But if time allows, we will ask if there is something wrong with that right hand. He's gone through the better part of 2 rounds now as he nails Stafford there with a good left hook. It is now in his second successive round in which he has not used the right hand at all. Roger still pursuing, still chasing. And having trouble reaching it. Less than a minute to go now. Stafford digs into the body, and they tie up on the rope. Roger Stafford, who fought so well against Cuevas, who really accelerated his career, has had nothing but trouble here this afternoon with long-arm Milt McCrory of Detroit. The fight is over. So the big crowd at the Civic Plaza Arena in Phoenix, appreciating the effort. We'll have the decision for you in just a moment. All right, we're standing by for the decision from the 3 judges, Joe Garcia, Bob Cox, and Mike Munoz, for the 10-round welterweight bout between Roger Stafford, ranked number 1 by the WBA, Milt McCrory, ranked number 2 by the WBA. The cards have been gathered, and we're ready now for the decision. Ring announcer Bob King has the decision, so we're standing by just waiting for him to deliver it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Judge Michael Munoz scores it 98-92. Judge Bob Cox scores it 99-94. Judge Joe Garcia scores it 98-93. The winner, Milt McCrory.
So McCrory wins it. He wins his